I need a lot of support. So I think what I put on the form was that it
Mm-hmm.
seems like I tend to attract like people that just don't have any money.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
when I get to, for well, first of all, I'll say this.
Yeah.
When I get to the part where I'm like discussing the price, I can tell then I'm getting nervous. So
Mm,
like the whole call was fine. And then when I get to that part,
uh-huh.
then I'm getting nervous. And because of my nervousness, like I may be explaining more than I need to
Yeah.
or that I should.
Yeah.
But my guess is that maybe they're feeling that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like most of the objections that I get
Mm-hmm.
are let me look at my finances. I don't have the money. Every now and then I'll get a woman that will say, like, I'm going through the divorce, so I'm paying the
Okay.
lawyer. I just got a new apartment. I'm moving back home,
Mm.
things like that. But it's always like the money objection. And these are always women that sound very desperate. And then I'm
Mm.
like, I would have paid that much. Like, I'm not even charging I wasn't even charging them my full rate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it just doesn't happen. It kind of just crumbles when we get to the pay part.
Yeah. Okay. So Dawn, first, I want to like, just remind you that life is a mirror. So whatever it is that we're feeling internally,
Mm-hmm.
we're basically, they're just mirroring back to us
Mm-hmm.
exactly all your insecurities, where you're like,
Yes.
is this too much? And then now they're like, is this too much? And you're like, should
Yes.
I do this? And then their voice, they're basically giving voice to what it is that you yourself are experiencing internally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So first
Yeah.
we're going to have to work internally here to kind of help you to gain the confidence you need to be able to really convey your message and be able to communicate the value of your service. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't communicate the value of your service when internally you're questioning. You're like, is this worth it? I don't know. Should I charge this much? And you're like, does this
Right.
program work? I don't know. And so when we're in a state of self-doubt, then we're not stepping into our power, like being empowered. And so when we enter into the sales conversation, we want to have that energy of sales. And part of it is being in that energy of feeling fully confident in what it is we offer and fully confident in what it is that we price things at. So
Right.
tell me, yeah, about do you feel confident in your offer? Let's go with that first.
I feel confident in my offer. I think
Okay.
where I struggle is that I feel some guilt
Okay.
for charging so much to help
Mm,
people. Because I was a social worker for 20 years and social workers don't get paid well,
mm,
and we just give and give and give, and we're working all these free hours and doing all these free services. And so I guess I'm used to just like doing service for free. So when I'm charging them, there's a part of me, I think, that feels guilty about that.
so you feel guilty for charging. Yeah.
For charging someone for needing help. Yeah.
Someone should know. Because if I charge someone for needing help, that would mean what?
um like maybe like I should just help them for free because they need the help. Like I should provide the service for free because they need the help.
That you should provide
Right.
for free. Okay. Do you
Right.
want to provide the services for free?
Um, I know that I can't because I need to eat and live and I need a roof over my head too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think, and I know, and I've done this before. When you don't charge anything, people treat it like it's free. They don't value it. So
Yeah.
I did it one time with someone else and I was like, I'll never do that again.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you're like, when I charge, there's a part of me that feels guilty. But if I don't charge, then they don't take my work seriously. And I've done it
Right.
before in the past. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's see if we can help you clear some of that guilt that you feel for charging. So
Mhm.
when you just tune in, so just go ahead and close your eyes for me, Dawn. Just taking a deep breath in and just tell me, where is guilt in your body? Where is it presence? There's a presence there somewhere in your body.
My neck.
Your neck. Yeah. So You feel all this guilt into your neck right now. And let's just go ahead and breathe some love into it, allowing it to be fully present there. Yeah. And go ahead and tell me, so this guilt comes from, what? What you just shared earlier.
It comes from feeling guilty for charging people for needing help.
So we're just going to breathe that in. Release with an audible sigh. And there's some tenderness there, because the reason why you have that guilt is because you have a deep heart for service, and wanting to care for people, wanting to really help and deeply serve people. So now we're going to go and shift into what you shared earlier. But when I don't charge people, what happens?
They don't take the program serious, and they don't hold any value to it.
Yeah. So then, are you really helping people?
Not at all.
Yeah. So how can you then serve them better and actually help them?
I can charge them what I charge so they can see the value in it and take it serious.
Yeah. Because if they took it seriously, what would happen?
They would have better results.
Yeah. What's the result?
A lot of results, like getting over someone that's mistreating them, higher self-worth, higher self-esteem, love for themselves.
And what would that do for their life?
It would literally change every area of their life.
How would they feel?
I think most of them would feel, a lot of them are depressed. They would come out of depression. They will feel more satisfied with life and have a greater sense of self-love. And I think that would trickle into other parts of their life.
Yeah. So now go ahead and take a deep breath in. And then release with a sigh. We're going to take another deep breath in to that area in your chest where that guilt is. Just breathing some love and light there, and then releasing the sigh. So you can go ahead and open your eyes for me, Dawn. And in that visualization, what you saw happen was you have this guilt of charging people, who need your help. And then, but by not charging them in that visualization, that you see how that was a disservice to them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because what are you holding them from by not
From
charging
progress, yeah. They won't get any of the benefits.
Yeah. They won't get that self-love. They won't have that self-worth. They won't be able to pull themselves out of depression. Those were just a few things that you listed.
Right.
And it's all because of that, having that guilt from having to charge people who need help, or feeling like you can't charge people who need help. But by doing that and holding on to that belief, now you saw in that visualization, you're actually doing them a deeper level of disservice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're just going to do our forgiveness exercise. Yeah. So I forgive myself for
feeling guilty for charging clients.
Yeah. Because the truth is,
if I don't charge them, they won't make any progress.
Yeah. And by charging them, they get to have, what do you get to have or experience?
And by charging them, they get the maximum benefit of the program. They get to grow.
They get to grow. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. What I would love for you to really do, Dawn, taking out of this context, out of this container here, is
Mhm.
visualizing how their lives is going to be changed. Not so much so just within the program, but how that is going to change
Right.
externally for them. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have past clients that you worked with?
Yes.
Okay, who have had results from you?
Yes.
Okay, so
And
I
then
want,
it's funny because the people recently in the last 2 weeks, the people that said they didn't have the money, like they're for some reason they're all reaching out to me like, can we work out a payment plan? Can we do
yeah,
this? Can we do that?
yeah, yeah. And that's amazing. So I want you to just go back to that memory, because anytime that comes up for you, and it will, because that's the inner critic. That's the part that said you should not be charging for money. If
Mhm.
you want to help people, you won't be charging them. And now you just kind of ground it. Allow that guilt to be there because it's still going to show up in your system.
Mhm.
It's breathing some love into it. It's just there because it wants to be of service. And now you get to respond with, I am in a deeper level of service when I charge my clients, because then now they get to have this beautiful life, and you get
Yeah.
to visualize this client
Yeah.
that you help to be able to have that beautiful life.